Hey guys, so the game actually does not start until 3:15 or 8:15 uh, East Coast time. So I'm just gonna put on some baseball music until then. I'm pretty hungry, so I'm just gonna gnaw some snacks. So if you are watching this after the game, go to like minute 15, and that's probably when it'll start. So I'm just gonna cue up some baseball music for you guys. Hey, if you're tuning in, the game doesn't start till 8:15, actually. So I'm just gonna cue up some baseball music. So yeah, one sec. Found a really good one yesterday. Hey, if you're just tuning in, game doesn't start for like another 5 minutes. Actually, yeah. All right, I'm gonna wait for a couple of viewers to show up, or just until the game actually starts. So, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna start now. The game's about to be underway. Tonight's game 2 between the Yankees and Red Sox of the American League Division Series. Yankees are down 0-1 in the series right now. Hoping not to follow 2. It is Masahiro Tanaka versus David Price tonight. Yankees have owned Price for the past couple of years in pitching, so this is a good matchup. Tanaka has done well in Fenway in the past. The other 3 matchups: the Indians Astros, the Rockies Brewers, Dodgers Braves. Dodgers are up 2-0 in the series. Brewers are up 2-0 in their series, and the Astros are up 2-0 in their series. So Yankees Red Sox. Well, we'll have to see if the Yankees fall 2-0. Become the 4th team to do that so far. It'll be the only team that's destined at least for a game 4. So that will be interesting to see. App is lagging right now, so I'm going to X out of it and go back in. Hopefully I don't miss the first pitch of the game. Hopefully we don't miss the first pitch of the game. because the app is lagging a bit, but you could always use another app I have to just call balls and strikes. So it'll work out eventually, in a couple minutes. Yeah, so they just lost a tough one last night, 5-4. They had some great opportunities after Chris Sale left the game. And when Chris Sale was on, the Red Sox have a weak underbelly of the bullpen before their closer, Craig Kimbrell. So Yankees scored 4 runs off the underbelly, but this should have scored more. Yeah, I mean, like they had some good opportunities to score, and they scored a couple in those opportunities, but not enough. He needs to capitalize even more so on them. So since they weren't able to do that, once Craig Kimbrell came in, they had a solo shot from Aaron Judge to make it 5-4, but yeah, it wasn't enough. And the Yankees, their relief corps did a really good job. They fired 7 scoreless innings after J.A. had an awful start, giving it 5 earned runs and 2 plus innings. So, not really given a good opportunity to start off the game. So, the offense wasn't that bad last night, but they still didn't do great with runners in scoring position, which has been a problem all year. And hopefully they will be better about that tonight. So, first pitch is a ball on the ball low, so we are underway. Game time started at, let's see, it's probably going to say like exactly 3:15. Yep, exactly 8:15 EST or 3:15 here. Still waiting on the app, which is annoying. And there's another ball. This time it is low again, so it's 2-0 to Andrew McCutchen, who leads off this game. So Andrew McCutchen up, and since he's come over, he actually has not hit that well in some regards. I mean, he's only batting like 240. I mean, he's definitely older. He's not the MVP type player he once was, but his on-base percentage is like 420 or something. Good on-base percentage is 350, and you get on base about 35% of the time. So his on-base percentage is off the charts. So Yankees place him in the leadoff spot because if you lead off the game, get a lot of at-bats, and you get on a good amount, then they have a good opportunity to score. So Andrew McCutchen's been very good for them. So apparently there's a called strike, a swinging strike, a ball, and now McCutchen just got out somehow. Okay, so he grounds a third baseman, Nunez, and he threw to Moreland for the out. So 1 away. Still waiting the app, which is about to load. And Aaron Judge is up. It's interesting tonight because Yankees placed Pierre Sanchez 5th in the order, and I have not seen him hit there in quite a while because he is batting like 180 this season. So there's a foul ball, so 0-1 on Judge. And the reason why they have Sanchez 5th is because he's really good against Price. I mean, he has his number on him. So that's why he's batting 5th tonight. And because Hicks injured, Voigt's actually batting the 3-hole, and he more than deserves it. I mean, he's been a great hitter for us ever since he came over. And Gardner's batting last in the order, so he's going to be kind of like the second leadoff hitter instead of Torres tonight, and Torres batting 8th. So, bit of a change around tonight. There's a foul tip, so 0-2 on Judge. Still waiting on this app, which is annoying. Yeah, but even though Hiss is injured, there are a couple of small surprises tonight with Sanchez batting fifth and Voit batting third, but nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that doesn't make any sense. So good reconstruction by Boone. There's a ball in the dirt, so 1-2 on Judge. Judge has been hitting like both the 2 games of the playoffs. And there's a home run. Let's see where it went, but he just knocked a home run off Price. And unfortunately, I was not able to watch it. Fly ball to dead center. So I mean that pitch was, it says on the app, it's a 91-mile-per-hour cutter right in the middle of the plate. You need a 1-0 lead. So much better start than yesterday, where they were putting a 3-0 hole by JD Martinez, and they continue to hit Price. And Judge has done nothing but hit in the playoffs. I mean, he had a 2-hit game in the wild card and with a walk. Yesterday, a 3-hit game, and then this game he led off with a homer. And last year he actually struck out a lot and had an awful batting average, even though he had a lot of homers. So he is really carrying this Yankees team right now. And he was injured for a while. When he came back, he wasn't hitting too great, and now he's kind of making up for it in the playoffs, which is pretty funny. So that's awesome. So it says Voit just got out, and let's see how. It's pushed right down the middle. So that's a cutter. I'm going to say he's, he grounded to third base, and Nunez throws it to first for 2 away. When you get like a cutter inside like that and you get it out, you almost assume that he rolled over on it, meaning that like his hands, instead of going straight out, kind of just like bend it down, which kind of results in an automatic ground ball, and it usually hits a shortstop or third base. So had a good sense of how he got out there, and yeah, I was right. So Stanton's up, and Price starts him out with a changeup outside, 1-0. So yeah, there's never a changeup at the bottom of the zone that Stanton falls off, 1-1. Had a probably good cut on that because Stanton does like pitches in the bottom of the zone. It's his wheelhouse. Like as a sudden pass, he swings so hard down. The pitch is lower, just great. Stanton follows up. This app just keeps pausing on me, which is really annoying. So, yeah, I would say more because of that, but it's been annoying. Stanton did not help yesterday. I think he struck out in a pivotal situation with first and second, no one out, so that didn't help. And he had en route to a 4-strikeout day. So he has not hit that well in the series so far, not been clutch so far. Or not been he had a good wild card game. Maybe yesterday was just a bad game, but yeah, yesterday was not a great appearance from him. There's another high fastball fouled off, so it's now 1-2. And yeah, I mean, those pitches are like relatively close in the zone, it looks like. So good call by him. And he lays off a nice changeup on the outside corner, so 2-2. And he lays off an inside fastball, so full count. So that continues not to work, which is bothersome. To a full count on Stanton. Price has already thrown 17 pitches, so that's good. And Yankees have already taken a 1-0 lead. So Stanton gets out, then at least they have more to that. Yeah, Stanton does get out. Price is throwing a lot of pitches like right down the middle, like that one included. That's a 2-seam. Let's see. I'm guessing he flies out to right. Center field. Okay, close. So that's 3 away. Yankees get a run, and on Judge's homer, and we head to the bottom of the first. So I'm gonna try to figure out why this app is not working. That's been Very frustrating. Okay, it's getting close, I think. There's another commercial. It is a break, so maybe that's it. Hope so. Yeah, here's some baseball music. Yeah, this app is really being annoying right now, so that's awful. Wasn't able to see judges from our last night live or this night, so yeah, that's pretty annoying. Now, I'll go back to the baseball music in a second. I'm just trying to see if this can work on a different device I have. Getting more success on my phone, but then it just stops, which is really annoying. All right, phone's up the commercial, so that's a good thing. That means that the game's going to be back on, or it's going to go right to the game. So that's good. I'll play more. I'll play the baseball music next soon. This inning, I'm just trying to figure it out. So the inning's already started. Tanaka started off Mookie Betts with a slider in the outside corner, then a four-seam fastball that just missed inside, then a splitter that Betts fouled off. So 1-2 on Betts. There we go. Okay, now it's back. Now I can finally see the game. Yeah, Tanaka has, as the announcers are saying, has strayed away from the fastball in recent years. Here's the 1-2 Betts. Nasty two-seam, but that one's fouled off. So, I mean, Tanaka, when he came up, he would throw that 95-mile-per-hour fastball if there's a good amount. And then he started getting hit with it. And then he also had the his torn UCL. So he's been straying away from it, throwing a lot of off speed. There's 1-2. There's a ball in the dirt. Sanchez couldn't block it, but that's in swing, so it's still 2-2. I'd like to see him block it, though, which is a little disturbing to see. He's Gary Sanchez. Yeah. I mean, so he throws his slider and his splitter more than his four-seam. He has the lowest usage in the majors. Betts crushes this one, but he got jammed a bit, and McCutcheon will make the catch. When you see Betts like get scared because Betts can just pull anything, and he can pull anything over a fence. So first, seemingly a good hit because he pulled it hard in the air, but Fenway and the Green Monster, the fence in left field is so short. But yeah, it was just a pop-up. Now we're having trouble with the video. Great. It just started working. Here's a called strike in the outside corner to Benintendi on 1. There's now a splitter in the dirt, 1-1. Yeah, I don't really like to just call balls and strikes on just this other app I'm using because it's just, you can't see the game. It kind of takes some stuff away from it, see how nasty the pitch is. So, yeah. So just must actually had a crazy homer, so we'll check that during the half inning. There's a ball outside, 2-1. Should be back in a second. It's not just like, I think he's doing less homers this year, but he's still prone to the home run ball. And the Red Sox actually last year were, even though they had a very solid offense, they were one of the worst home run hitting teams. And with the addition of J.D. Martinez and Alex Cora as their manager, the Red Sox have now like the best home run hitting teams in baseball. I think like top 5 at least. So, I mean, Tanaka, who still can give up the home runs at a decent rate, I look forward to, definitely see some homers tonight. This was a fly ball to Gardner, and he'll make the catch. It's actually a line drive, so 2 away. And, yeah. I mean, Tanaka so far has left some pitches like down the hardwood plate, but the Red Sox hitters have not caught up to it or not hit all too well. So that's a little bit concerning, but we got 2 outs, and now here's J.D. Martinez up. J.D. Martinez is 130 RBIs this season, 330 batting average, and 43 homers. So he is probably the best hitter this year. And Martinez goes around in the sliders, 0-1. He thought he held up, but they appealed to first base umpire Mike Winters, and he did not. So, yeah, a 1-1 count on Martinez. And, yeah, I mean, Martinez has continued his offensive outburst to the postseason. That ball's fouled off 0-2. 3-run homer yesterday. And, yeah, I mean, he's just unbelievable. The amount of work preparation he puts into every game is amazing. Yeah, so he, studies, every swing he does in batting practice. He looks at video all the time. He's constantly thinking about baseball on and off the baseball field. And, yeah, he's really resurrected his career. There's a ball in dirt, 1-2. I mean, this guy was cut by the Astros after a couple of weeks in the majors. And he builds himself up to the Tigers, learns about getting the ball in the air and a launch angle. Gets a 300 hitter and starts at 30 bombs a year. Gets traded to the Diamondbacks, the Tiger rebuild, and then signs a 5-year, $120 million deal with the Red Sox. And there's a ball past passing Johar. And a great job by Didi. So the ball ricocheted off the third base fence, and it didn't ricochet too far. So Didi actually was the one who got it. And, yeah, so Martinez only got a single out of the play instead of a double. And, yeah, Fenway Park is also very, very shallow. So, and you have, really crazy corners. So there was this one indent facing the infield. It kind of went right to Didi in the outfield. So he'll just get a single on that one, which is fortunate. So Martinez on first with 2 outs, and here is Xander Bogaerts, who's a very underrated part of this lineup. I mean, he's had a bounce-back year. He didn't have the best offensive campaign last year. I don't even know if he reached double-digit mark in homers, but this year he's been amazing. yeah, this is easily his best off. It's probably his best offensive season. He had like 310 one year, but I mean, this year he has like for leads career best in homers and RBIs. And Poor in the beginning of the year said, "Hey, you're much better than you did last year." That ball's popped up foul, and Voit will not get it, so 0-2. Yeah, Cora told him and Betts, like, you guys need to carry this team. You guys are so much better than you did last year, even though you had good seasons. So just go out there and play. No one can compare to us, and they both had career years. So major credit to Cora for unlocking these players and helping the Red Sox route to 108 wins. Now 109 if you include the playoff win from yesterday. But yeah, so they are crazy impressive, and Cora, Red Sox manager, is very impressive as well, in his own regard. Maybe in some respects even a better manager than Boone. Here's the 0-2. And Bogarts hits a line drive to Gardner, and he will make the catch. Wow, he covered a lot of ground. I mean, you love to see hits in center, but Gardner's like one of the best defenders in baseball, and that was just great. If he didn't catch, that would have been a double in the gap. He runs it down, so that's the inning. And, yeah, let's see Judge's homer in a second. Yeah, we're just tuning in. Bottom half of the first ended. Gardner just made an excellent play. He cut down a double in the gap, probably even a run in the outfield. And we're heading to the top of the second. Wow. So that was an amazing shot. That was like left center for Judge, but yeah, that was just really a towering shot. That was amazing. Actually, he's homered in every single game of the postseason so far. You didn't realize, I forgot about that. So yeah, he homered in the first game. He homered the last inning of yesterday's game. And now he's homered this game. He's been unstoppable so far. I'm gonna go Earman for that baseball song for you guys. So, yeah, it's the middle of half inning, so heading to the top of the second, and that's why I'm playing the music. All right, so it's a 1-1 count to Gary Sanchez, and he hits another homer. So he is excellent off Price, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's he pulled one to left center field. It was a cutter that just didn't really cut too much, and that's the reason why Boone put him in the 5th spot. And because of the app, I missed that homer as well, which is annoying. But I used to take a 2-0 lead. I guess big hitters, Gary Sanchez and Aaron Judge, who had record-breaking home run paces. Yeah, they both have homer tonight. And Yankees have, as they've always done on Price, beating him up. And they take a 2-0 lead. This is very exciting. I wish you could have seen it. It would have been a lot more exciting. I saw Judge's homer in the break, and that was amazing. It was a very high shot that was over the green monster in like left center field. There's a ball that almost hit Didi, so 1-0. It's always funny if you see like someone in a home run, and then the next guy you see almost get like whaled in the face. Sometimes it happens. The pitcher's a bit frustrated, maybe a bit like annoyed. There's a strike in the outside corner, 1-1. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they lose their temper a bit, or sometimes they need to get back into it. Like, all right, that was a home run. It's done now. Got to focus on the game. Didi fouled that one off, so 1-2. But yeah, I mean, that was a very smart move by Boone to put Sanchez 5th rather than his usual spot as of late 8th. The lineup got shaken up a bit because of Aaron Hicks being a bit injured. I mean, he is available off the bench, but he has not started tonight's game. Here's the 1-2 to Didi. It's a ground ball to Kinsler, throws to first, and there's one away. But, yeah, so putting Sanchez 5th was a good call because he has great numbers off Price. I think his first homer may have actually been off Price in Fenway Park. It was definitely in Fenway Park, but, yeah, they showed the homer now. And, yeah, that was just a cutter that just Sanchez went with. So, good swing. Not even the worst of pitches for Price, but, yeah, it was just a nice homer. Nice swing. Here's Andujar. Takes the ball high, 1-0. Price is gone from the days of hitting like 98, 97 on his fastball. And he's more of he throws a bunch of cutters and sliders now. That ball hits a third base. And wow, great play by Nunez and Mitch Moreland. That ball was just barely fair on the third base line. And Nunez bounces on one hop on purpose with plenty of time. And Moreland goes on the other side of the bag to scoop it. That was literally on the line. But very smart throw by Nunez. He wasn't trying to throw it away. Just gave him a nice one-hopper. One-hopper wasn't too accurate, but credit to the first baseman, Mitch Moreland, for going the other side of the bag. So, yeah, 2 away. And there's a ball high and outside, 1-0 to Gleyber Torres. So, I mean, the Red Sox first baseman, Mitch Moreland, is a former Gold Glover. That's one of the reasons why they have him on the team for defense. He also has a little bit of pop and can be clutch. Torres held up on that swing, so now it's 2-0. Hitters count. Torres yesterday struck out with the bases loaded. Yankees scored already a couple runs that inning, but he swung on a nasty curveball in a full count of 2 outs, so that was tough to watch. But, yeah, happens. There's a ball inside, 3-0. So, they usually have only allowed Price to go 30 pitches, but they've done the job with the home run ball. They hit 267 during the regular season, continuing to hit homers in the playoffs. There's a strike at the top of the zone, 3-1. Torres taking all the way. So, I mean, that's what they do best. And Price is very home run prone, especially against the Yankees. Has an awful ERA against them, so you just do what the Yankees do. And Torres hits ball 4, so He's on first base. Here's Brett Gardner, who is playing center field for the Weary Hits, who is still dealing with a calf injury. Yesterday, Gardner had a very underrated play. Luke Voigt grounded to a potential double play yesterday, but Gardner had a very hard slide in the second. It was illegal. It wasn't like the Chase Utley slide where he slid off the bag and ended up basically tearing Ruben Tejada's knee. Instead, he just slid hard right into the bag. Bogarts made the rest of throws, and the Yankees got to run out of it. So great job by Gardner. He takes strike one. So 0-1 count on him. But yeah, he might. I don't know. I mean, in some regards, I'm not sure how he is in center field. He still is a very above average defender there, but he might be a better center fielder than Hits as well. Definitely not as complete of a player. There's a ball high and inside 1-1. But yeah, I mean, he just ran that ball down. I mean, he prevented a run. Tanaka, even though he had a quick inning and got 3 outs rather quickly, that single was just a pass to Davi and Duhar. That ball's fouled off 1-2. Yeah, I mean, a couple pitches are left up, and that's not a good sign for what's to come. So hopefully he can figure himself out and throw a bit. His pitch is a little bit better. Since the count is 1-2, the Red Sox faithful are standing up and cheering, and screwed them all because they don't like the Red Sox, and their fans annoy me. But I know Yankee fans are not really the best either in terms of opponents away. That ball's high and outside 2-2. Actually, in the Yankees-A's game during the wild card, a Yankees fan was so excited when they won that he threw a beer at an A's fan. And it was a really funny story because the A's fan just stared him down after the game and said, what you would expect would happen, a fight or something. They went out for drinks, became friends, and now the A's saw that, and they're giving a free game next year, which is a classy move by the A's. There were no fouls that went off, so his count remains at 2-2. So Yankee fans are really wild that night. I mean, I don't even remember them that wild night before or last year in the wild card game. I mean, fans were jumping up and down the entire game. There were several alcoholic beverages thrown, and Yankees were yelling towards the end of the game, "We want Boston." It's a major diss to the A's because they're saying, "We're done with you. Just want to move on." Gardner hits one during the left field line, and will it be fair? And it's just foul into the stands. The stands in left field are actually very close to the foul line, probably not more than 2 feet. So, although he hits that one into the first or second row in the stands, it is kind of close to land dunking in. Price now at 38 pitches, so the Yankees starting to drive that pitch count up. Yesterday was one of the highlights of yesterday was that the Yankees could really score in the Red Sox bullpen, at least the underbelly. So they just wrecked them. I mean, they scored 3 runs off them. That's not including Kimbrel. And yeah, so they get Price out early and go to that bullpen. It'll be good for them. You can really attack on them. There's a ball that just missed out inside. Red Sox faithful is letting home plate umpire Dan Bellino hear it. Bellino always been a bit of a hitter's umpire, and he did get it right. It was a cutter that just missed the inside corner. Very close. Good frame by Leone, but yeah, now it's a full count to Gardner. Alex Cora, the Red Sox manager, can't believe it. He's on the top step with a dugout looking very pissed at the umpire, Dan Bellino. And here's the full count. Torres will be off. And there's ball 4. So back-to-back walks for Price. And now top of the lineup. So hopefully Yankees can capitalize. Another good thing, the Yankees wasting the Red Sox bullpen yesterday and scoring runs off them is that the Red Sox need to go to their bullpen. But here they are today. Joe Kelly is already warming up, which is a great sign for the Yankees. Then they can tire them out even more and score some more runs off them. And I mean, yeah, Price. That's it. The Yankees keep adding the pressure. You can see more of that underbelly of the bullpen, and which means they can possibly score more runs and just really take over this game. Already up 2-0, but I got to keep adding on. This Red Sox offense can be relentless. No runs are too much, so no lead is enough for them. They have a bunch of come from behind wins this year. I think they even led the majors, so you have to watch out for them. Tanaka can be either on or off in a lot of games. He's different in the postseason, but still. So that pitch, McCutchen swings through, and it's 0-1. Took a big hack on it, but it was like a nice cutter at a nice fastball at the top of the zone that he couldn't get up to. So 0-1 McCutchen. Yankees have runners on first and second. Judges on deck, so you would love to get to him. He's been very hot this series. I think he also has good numbers off Price, so that's good as well. Here's the 0-1. McCutchen hits one. This is going to be off the wall. And this should be 1. This would be 2. So it's going to be a green monster single. It ricochets off the wall. Goes right to Benintendi. Had to run a bit, but he still got it. So now first and third. And here comes Cora to the mound. And this could be Price already exiting, who was struggling against Yankees immensely for a very long time. So, I mean, I was talking to some friends yesterday, and they're like, all right, tomorrow's going to be a dub. Price is awful against us, and here he is, and he already might be taken out of the game for reliever Joe Kelly. And I think he is exiting, so Price can really just not pitch against the Yankees. And the Yankees take a 3-0 lead, and now they're in the Red Sox underbullies the bullpen. So great start by the Yankees. And Price continuing to help the Yankees right now, so that's always nice. And, yeah, it's a crucial game for the Yankees. I mean, if they go 1-1 into Yankee Stadium, they can really turn the series around. So it's a very important win for them. And, yeah, so great job by McCutchen, great job by Sanchez and Judge and Torres and Gardner for getting Price out of this game so quickly. And here, I'll put on that baseball music again as I do the scorecard. Yeah, it's just a pitching change. Price is out of the game, so putting in the music. Whenever you hear the music, that means it's a break. So Judge's homer came off the bat, went 445 feet, and yeah, so that ball was absolutely smoked. Red Sox fan caught the ball, and like many Red Sox fans, did not throw that ball back. So personally, I would never throw a baseball back because when do you ever get a baseball in the stands? So hey, he may be a Red Sox fan, but he is a smart Red Sox fan for not throwing it back. And, yeah, he's hitting the ball hard off Price. Joe Kelly in the game. Kelly surprisingly is a 4.39 ERA, even though he throws about 100 miles per hour. Joe Kelly came over from the Cardinals. And He really he was a starter, but now he's a reliever. There's a nice off-speed pitch to Dunce in the outside corner for strike one. They just showed a shot of the home run. Probably missed by a good 10 feet. It was hit very hard. And yeah, that green monster can be killer. I mean, it's 30 feet tall. So Yankee Stadium, that would probably be gone, but here it isn't. But yeah, so let's talk more about Kelly. And Judge rips it to right field. Nepos writes at Betts for out number 3. It was a nice line hit, but he got out. We'll talk a little bit more about Kelly net stealing, but yeah, we're going back on the break. I'll put on a new baseball song next time. We'll cue one up then. But for now, just listen to this song still. Now, with this app that I'm using, you got to play around with it. Cellular to not cellular. And it's probably more just me being outside in the balcony than anything. So, be a bit tough to manage the app. And I do have to use another app to just call balls and strikes at times. So hopefully I did not start yet because this app that I'm using to watch is not ready. If not, it's okay. So it did start. It's a 1-1 count on Mitch Moreland, who made that great scoop against, let's see what bat it was. And Duhar's at bat, and yeah, he's a go-left first baseman. So he grounds it out to second. Torres throws the first, so we got one away. Tanaka, as Michael K. He's thrown out 20 pitches, so not too bad so far. That's good. Nunez is up. He made the smart decision to one-bounce it onto first base. He foul tips it into the glove, so only one count to him. Since Tanaka throws a card, I don't think that's true. I don't think Tanaka throws a cutter. I think he throws a slider. But yeah, he does not throw a cutter. That's a little weird. Huh. Strange. It still gave me problems, so it's like every other inning, which is annoying. So Tanaka throws a splitter inside, which I presume jams Nunez. But yeah, he lines out to center field. So I guess he got a decent swing on it. But 2 away. Tanaka having a quick inning so far, only needing 5 pitches to get 2 outs. He hasn't recorded out a strikeout yet, and the Red Sox are coming away swinging, which I guess is not a bad approach to Tanaka. But he's, yeah, I mean, this inning it doesn't seem like he has that hard contact, so that's good. So 2 away for the Red Sox as Ian Kinsler comes up. And Kinsler, a nice acquisition for the Red Sox. Dustin Pedroia, part of the Red Sox leader. I mean, he still is, even though Betts is probably an MVP. Just because Pedroia has been on the Red Sox for so long and was during their, I think, 07 run. So, yeah. So since he was injured, they brought in Ian Kinsler for not too hefty of a price because they got him during like the waiver deadline, and he's been decent for them. I mean, he's older now, so he's not as productive. Okay, so I missed a couple of pitches, so it's already 3-0 on Kinsler. All of the pitches missed low. He's not usually not walking too many guys, so hopefully he can bounce back. But yeah, I'd rather not give in. I'd throw a fastball down the middle or a hanging curveball than or what I should say is I'd rather him just keep pitching like, I don't know, it's a pitcher's count. You got to throw strikes here, or you should throw strikes here, but, throw good pitches. So he just threw a 4-seam fastball to cut the outside corner, so it's 3-1. And then he threw a splitter, hitting the dirt for strike 2, so now it's a full count. So good job by not giving up on Kinsler. And he has a 3-run lead. Bleh. I'm speaking a bit too fast tonight. Tucker throws a 4-seam fastball down the middle of the plate, so Kinsler fouls it off. Full count is still full count. It's probably Tanaka's best battle so far. This back will go at least 7 pitches. And he swung at a splitter in the dirt, so Tanaka strikes out the side. Sorry, what did I keep saying? He gets the side out at 1, 2, 3. And we go to the top of the 3rd. I'll put on a new baseball song. Tanaka looking sharp this inning, only needing 12 pitches. And we head to the top of the 3rd.
Ball and bat says I am the greatest player of them all. Puts his bat on the shoulder, tosses it up the ball. Ball goes up, ball comes down, swings his bat on the ground. So still you can hear the sound. This ball falls to the ground. Have a little boy, never say a word. Something's wrong. He's undeterred. Says I am the greatest there has ever been. It's his team. He tries it again. Ball goes up, ball comes down, swings his bat on the ground. So still you hear the sound, big small things to the ground. He makes no excuses, he shows no fear. He just closes his eyes and listens to the cheer. Just as he picks up the ball, stares at the ground. He says, I am the greatest. Game is on the line. Gives his all. Last time. All goes up. So bright. Swings.
So I'm still messing around with this app. So, yeah. Yeah, still call balls and strikes via this app. And Voigt about to lead off the inning against Joe Kelly, who we'll see how far he goes. I would just say he goes inning and a third, maybe 2 1/3 at most. Voigt hits the first pitch and get grounds out. No, sorry, hits it to right field, and there's out number 1. So, good pitch to hit. It was a hanging curve, and I wonder how deep the fly ball was, but I couldn't see because of this stupid app. So, yeah. There's he starts off Stanton with a curve right down the middle, so 0-1. Joe Kelly is a nasty curveball. It's a knuckle curve, and so let's see how much this pitch moved on that last one. 11 inches, that's an 88 mile per hour curveball that moves like almost a foot. So it's amazing how he had like a 4.39 ERA during the regular season. That's because he has such good stuff. He throws like 98. And he also has like this nasty curveball. There's a curve on the outside corner, so now it's 0-2 to Stanton. I mean, both of those pitches are like right there. I mean, granted, the pitch does break a lot, and it is very hard, but when you're that good, I mean, you should be able to make that adjustment, and those pitches are right there. So, yeah, 0-2 count on Stanton. Let's see. Stanton is first at bat. He flew out to center. This time he does get a hit, but let's see where to. I think it's going to be a line drive to left field. Yep, single to left field. So we got a runner on first with 1 away, and Sanchez up, who crushed a homer off Price last time. So, I mean, Sanchez can really redeem himself in the playoffs. I mean, an awful year, both defensively and offensively. So, I mean, if you have a big game against the Red Sox, I mean, fans will start to forget that. And, yeah, he'd be a crucial part of this Yankees run. They'll also forget that, too. And finally, the app is working. So here we go. I mean, the power is still decently there, but he just tries to pull everything. There's a curve that misses inside, 1-0. Kelly throwing a curveball to a lot of these Yankees hitters. I mean, a lot of these Yankees hitters are sluggers, so you don't really want to throw too many fastballs to them. So, it's funny, even though Kelly throws 98, he's starting off the curveball. It's a very different type of game. I mean, if you throw that hard, you count the hitter right at the fastball. There's a knuckle curve that's the outside corner, 1-1. Sanchez with taking all the way, which is good because, probably roll over that pitch. It's a good curveball. Kelly has some of those sports glasses, and you don't see those very often in baseball because pitchers and batters usually have very good eyes, but, you can still get away with it. And there's 99 in the corner. So it's he throws all these curveballs, but he has 99 in his back pocket. So it's pretty funny. Sanchez took that one all the way, too, and it's 1-2. I mean, Kelly seems to be controlling this at bat throwing some pretty nasty pitches. And see if he gets the curve with a fastball here. And he's striking out the high fastball at 100. So 2 away. Kelly had him to hold at that. And yeah, it took quick work of Gary Sanchez. Right now they're showing footage of Tyler Austin, the former Yankee and now current Twin, with the hard slide at second. And Joe Kelly, yeah, he was the pitcher. Tyler Austin got some punches in. So did Kelly, but I think Austin roughed up Kelly, then Kelly roughed up Austin. So I'm sure Kelly's excited to face the Yankees, happy to get some revenge. Probably not a big fan of them. There's a fastball high and outside for a strike, so 0-1. And yeah, if you throw 100, I mean, it's amazing how you don't use the pitch more. Maybe hitters can catch up to the fastball better, but I'm not too sure about that when you throw 100. And if you're throwing it, especially at the corner like that as well. So Kelly looking sharp in his inning so far. GD fouls off another pitch at 100, so 0-2. If I were him, I'd throw a curveball in the dirt. GC's 2 fastball, he was right on that one. So let's see if he tries to go with the curve with a fastball here. It's amazing when you throw 100 like that. You wonder if you have to almost guess as a hitter about what pitch you're going to throw. This might be literally too fast to react. So it'll be interesting to see what pitch he throws here. He's throwing a high fastball. And GD hits it to center field, rides to Bradley, and there's a third out. So Kelly pitches a solid inning, gives up a hit, but he looked pretty dominant from what I saw, and we head to the bottom of the third. So we put on back that baseball music.
Now it's supper time, and his mama calls. The boy starts home. He's mad at the bar. Says I am the greatest. That is a fact.
You can say when there's music playing, it's like a 2-minute break. So yeah, stay tuned.
Says I am the greatest. That is understood.
I'm just trying to find another baseball song. And we are back. So let's see who Tanaka is facing off again. It's the number 8 hitter. I think it's Sandy Leone. Yes, it is. Right again, which is cool. So, yeah. I didn't see his knocked pitch last inning, but it seemed like he did pretty well. He starts Leon with an off-speed pitch for 0-1. So, yeah. As I mentioned yesterday, Leon not much of an offensive catcher, batting 177. Things over last year or 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago. There's a splitter for 0-2. Very nasty pitch by Tanaka. But a couple years ago, he actually hit like over 300, and a lot of that was fluky. Hey guys, sorry about that. The computer turn. Yeah, sometimes, like I said, sometimes it happens because of Wi-Fi. But all is good now. Yankees didn't score, or the Red Sox. Yankees and Red Sox didn't score in the last inning. We're heading to the bottom of the third. So, yeah, that's what's been going on. Yeah, we're just tuning in. Sorry, my computer just blacked out for a second, so my bad. Can't really do anything with that because of the Wi-Fi. But yeah, that's what happened. Just gonna, yeah, we're already back. We got a score in the last inning. This is the bottom of the fourth. There's a strike in the outside corner to Duhar. Hey, Duhar. My bad. I guess it's top of the fourth. My bad. Wait, what? Why is it replaying the last inning? That's weird. Yeah, my bad. It was replaying the last inning for some odd reason. JD Martinez is up. I thought it was a bottom of the fourth. It is. Bradley Jr. got hit in the bottom, got a hit bottom of the third, and he just went down 1-2-3 against Kelly, top of the fourth. So that's what's been going on. Let's see what's been going on with Martinez. I don't think anything yet. They're still in the. I'm just gonna score really quick. Yeah, still waiting for the happening. That's a one happening. All right, there we go. Tanaka starts Martinez off with a splitter on the outside corner, 0-1. This app is now not working. So again, right, like I said, the Wi-Fi can be really shoddy at times. JD Martinez and his last back had a single in the outfield. It ricocheted off the third base side of the fence, but it was recovered by Keating fast enough to actually make it to a single. So Fenway actually robbed both the Yankees and Red Sox of hits today, robbed McCutcheon of a double. As it bounced ricocheted off the Green Monster, Benintendi fielded it quickly. Benintendi's the left fielder of the Red Sox. And, yeah, because of that, McCutcheon only got a single. And earlier, because of Martinez's hit right against the fence, that's also a single as well. JD flies out to Aaron Judge, round number 1. And here's Bogarts, who had a very nice line drive to Brett Gardner. Probably would have scored Martinez, but Gardner reeled it in. So that's what happened as last at bat. I mean, these first 4 guys are perhaps the best starting 4 of any lineup in baseball. Very, very hard. They're very impressive players in their own right. And they should be great players for years to come. As for the rest of the batting order, I mean, they're not the best. I mean, they can't. The last 5 cannot compare to the Yankees lineup, but they can hold their own. I mean, Moreland's a good defensive first baseman, can hit a bit. Nunez has some speed and can hit a bit. Kinzler's all around, but he's not the player he used to be. Leon's a good defensive catcher. Bradley has speed and is a good defensive outfielder. And Bogarts just hits a home run off Tanaka. He hung as a fastball right on the inside part of the plate, and I'm assuming he hit it over the Green Monster. I'm just looking at the MLB at bat. So it says in play runs, which means he hit a home run since there's no one on. Oh, it's actually the center field. So I guess he like the inside out swing, kept his hands in and just hit the center. So now the Yankees lead is cut 3-1. As I said before, he's really going to keep putting pressure on the Red Sox. 3 runs is not enough. This offense can be more than relentless, especially against home run pitchers like Tanaka, or any pitchers in general. So very important Yankees don't let up here in Tanaka just to get through this inning with just the homer. There's a splitter that missed low, so 1-0 to Mitch Moreland. Yeah, I was just saying how good all these guys hit. And, yeah, that's an example of it with Bogarts' homer. I mean, he hit the ball hard last time, and then now it's a home run. There's a slider in for strike 1, so 1-1 count to Mitch Moreland. So as soon as it got back on the app, it says, oh, sorry, we're having trouble with this video. So, going back to it. Yeah, Mitch Moreland's last at bat, he grounded the second. So, probably heads to a shift. Moreland, I don't think he hit too well this year, like batting average-wise. There's a splitter that missed low, 2-1. I mean, so they have a very good shift against him to the right side of the infield, and I think he hit like right into the shift. So, yeah, I mean, when you're batting like like if your batting average is that low, that it's not worth it for you. Like, okay, even if you're a home run hitter, your batting average is that low. Like, take Chris Davis for example, right? That's like 160 and has like 17 homers, one of the worst offensive seasons ever. I mean, there's never splitter that this low, so 3-1 count to Moreland. But if you're betting that low, you got to focus on like stop hitting homers for a bit and just like hit against the shift. I mean, if you're leaving a whole side open for you, then you just gotta go that. Tanaka keeps throwing that splitter. He's swinging and striking. There's another splitter and strikes him out. So Tanaka was down in count 3-1, but he does not give up in a bat. Still is not allowed to walk, and he strikes out Moreland. So 2 away as Nunez is up at the plate. And as the announcer just said, very good to see Tanaka after the home run come back with the strikeout. That was a nasty splitter. Wow. It was just like a dying splitter right in the dirt. Classic Tanaka sitter. This one had a little bit of like a 2-seam movement on it. It kind of went like here and then went down and in. So great pitch by Tanaka. Way to bounce back after that 3-1 count and after the homer. It's just the second strikeout of the night. And he takes the ball in the dirt, 1-0. Tanaka, I think about like 60% of the time goes to splitter slider. That's like his bread and butter. Sometimes he'll start people out with a curveball. He also has a 2-seam, and then he has his 4-seam fastball. It was never down and away, so that's 2-0 to Nunez. I mean, what you don't like to see after the homers, that's not just getting behind in counts. I mean, good job bouncing back from Moreland, but now he's still in the hole. And here comes the pitch. There's another ball of 3-0. I mean, Kelly had a great relief appearance. He really shut down the Yankees. So that could save the Red Sox, and especially the 3-0 count on Nunez. That doesn't look too good. Tanaka throws it outside, so 4-pitch walk. So after he fell behind Moreland and then eventually struck him out, Tanaka has walked Nunez in 4 pitches. And it'll be interesting to see the Yankees start up their bullpen. Boone and Rothschild are conversing and talking around. Let's see. Yeah, Tanaka has 57 pitches right now, so not still like very good, but he needs Kinsler out here. It's amazing, Kinsler, who has been like a 280 hitter for like a bunch of his career. There's a nice slider in for strike 1. That was a great pitch, and it kind of started middle outside, and then just went to the corner. Good job by Tanaka. I mean, like I said, he's unrelentless, throws a lot of off speed. That's like his bread and butter. And he usually throws that for strike 1. Good pickoff by Tanaka. Nunez is right in there. It'll be interesting to see if he runs. I mean, Kinsler's a solid hitter, has been his whole career. They have the entire right side open. It'll be interesting if they did a hit and run. He has second most homers for a second baseman in his career, or in the active major league players. It's 186 and Cano's 239. That ball's high, 1-1. I used to really like Cano. I mean, he was a great Yankee, and he was just such a smooth infielder, and he still is, still a good player. But I definitely lost some respect for him after he took performance-enhancing drugs. And there is an issue, actually, for Latin American countries, because sometimes the medication there, they have they put some other stuff in it. There's a ball low, 2-1. It's not going to throw a lot of balls as of late, so you don't like to see that, especially to someone who's had as solid of a career as Ian Kinsler. I mean, I would say don't fall into Kinsler, because he can be really tough. I mean, you have Leon on deck, and then you have Bradley. So, yeah, Kinsler. I mean, if you have to walk him or pitch around him, or that's not a bad idea. Yap just froze. Restart it. And there's a call strike in the Yap, and then Tanaka struck him out on a splitter. So Tanaka strikes out 2, gets out of this inning with just a solo shot on the wall. So still looking pretty sharp. And as we head to the top of the 5th. So because of that, I'll play some music. Not that song. Apparently, this is a Red Sox song. Never heard of it. It's called Tessie.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Fenway Park. Leading off for the Dropkick Murphys, like the bagpipe, number 17, Scruffy Wallace. Wallace on bagpipes. On drums, number 55, Matt Kelly. Kelly on drums. On electric guitar, number 77, James Lynch. Lynch on electric guitar. On lead guitar and today on piano, number 7, Mark the Kid Orell. Orell on piano. Playing mandolin, acoustic guitar, typical and accordion. Number 10, Brennan. Brennan on a slew of instruments. On vocals and bass guitar, team captain, number 19, Ken Casey. Casey on vocals and bass guitar. And starting tonight with lead vocals, number 00, Al Barr. Barr on lead vocals. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Dropkick Murphy.
Tessie is the boy who is rallying cry. Tessie is the tune they always saw. Tessie echoed it through October night. After serenade and started in yaw. Tessie is the baby with the sparkling eyes. Tessie is the baby with the love. She doesn't know the meaning of her side.
All right, so the app's still not working, so I'm just going to use my other app called Balls and Strikes for until this app continues to work. It's back to working. I missed a couple of pitches since I was banking in the app. Yep, as it's 2 called strikes on McCutcheon. And Ryan Brazier in the game. Brazier yesterday did not look sharp at all, but in general during the season, he was Red Sox probably second best reliever to Craig Kimbrell, who's also struggling. So I guess down the stretch, Brazier may have even been the best reliever. He's hit him well yesterday, so hopefully it'll continue to do the same. Kelly had a very good outing, so gave the Red Sox some good relief. And in that process, the Red Sox rewarded him with a run, which cut the Yankees' lead to 2. So that was good. Catching strikes out, swinging against Brazier. So 1 away. Actually, no. Oh, that's on my other app, which is a little bit ahead. On this app, it's not. So we'll see where that strikeout was. Yeah. I mean, the Red Sox pitching's been good since they started him on a high breaking ball. Kind of like ducked in the top part of the zone and McCutcheon fished for it. So, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, so it's not good that the Red Sox won the last couple innings. Well, like, I mean, they got to run back, and Kelly saved their bullpen a bit. So they got to continue to add on pressure to the underbelly of the Red Sox bullpen, which is, you know, their weakness. So the Yankees got to really expose that. Can't let up on it. The Red Sox are more than capable of coming back, so they got to still score on this on these relievers. Judge swings and misses on one. Wow. They just said a Judge has hits against 6 different pitchers in the postseason, which is very insane. I mean, that just shows how good he's been. It just shows how diverse he is in like terms of pitchers, in terms of hitting off everyone. So that's impressive. And yeah, the last Yankee to homer in 3 straight games to start the postseason was Hank Bauer in 1958, and the only other player was Johnny Mize in 1952. So that's a cool stat that I am going to write down. It's freaking awesome. I always love writing down cool stats like that on my scorecard. I have enough space on the front. But yeah, it's really cool. Oh, wow. Nice job by Nunez. Wow. That's pretty hilarious. So Nunez made a great diving stop, and then he threw the ball low. Moreland couldn't get it. He was like flat on the ground when he was trying to get it. And then he throws the ball in the stands, so Judge will go to second. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see if he gets a single and an error. Or, yeah, he got the ball so quickly, had a lot of time. Yeah, Nasser just said that too. Yeah. Yeah, the Nasser's right too. He's like swung it from the slide. Moreland could have made a better attempt at a pick. I mean, he did try to pick it, but it was just, yeah. Yeah, so that will not be a hit for Judge. It's an error all the way. But, hey, Yankees got to capitalize on this. He can't let up on this Red Sox bullpen, Red Sox defense. They made a mistake. They got to break it in. Who else but Luke Voigt to do that? And Leon has a good block that prevents Judge from going to third. It's a good job by him. Yeah, that ball was hit crazy hard. Yeah, I mean, Judge is like maybe 30 feet down the line once Nunez started to stand up. So that just shows how much time that he had. But yeah, Voigt needs to cash in, or someone else in the Yankees needs to do that. But yeah, I mean, good glove, but yeah, not a good throw. Yeah, and Brazier's also this is his first postseason in general. I mean, he pitched yesterday. This isn't his second appearance, but yeah. So we'll see how he does under the pressure. His defense couldn't pick their level. Let's see if he can pick them up. How about his defense a bit? And here comes the 1-0. That was an ugly swing by Voigt. Nasty pitch by Brazier, 1-1. I mean, even though that ball was hit hard is on the ground, so that's still good for Brazier. He still looks very sharp. So this will not be an easy battle for the Yankees to get Judge home. But Judge has decent speed, and Voigt's been hitting well, so they really got to cash in this run, get them this extra insurance run. It's not just going to give them a good game, they need it. Another ball blocked beautifully in the dirt by Leon. It's just so nice to see, like, if you see the difference between Sanchez and Leon. I mean, Sanchez lasted and had a ball kick off his shin guard, and luckily went right to Tanaka, so the runner didn't advance. Yeah. But Leon just blocks everything. I mean, he's great. Red Sox have a solid defensive team. Probably third base being their black hole out there. Nunez not as great in defensive metrics, and Devers being pretty poor as well. That's a ball low, so 3-1 count on Voit. Hitters count, which is good. You should be able to get a good pitch right here to drive. I'm sure Brazier will throw the off-speed pitch, but if Voit waits on it, then it'll be good. So, we'll see. Here's the 3-1. And he fouled it off. Good swing, but yeah, just fouled off. So, full count on Voit. Voigt's homers in the season is 4 homers to left, 4 homers to center, and 7 homers to right. So he has very good power to all fields. He's been amazing for the Yankees. I mean, he's second in majors to Christian Yelich with homers since August 24th of 14. So he has done an excellent job. And yeah, Yankees had this. He's he's the best acquisition of the year for the Yankees. Well, maybe not the year, but as of late, I mean, they traded away Tyler Austin, who many fans, including myself, were annoyed by because he made a loss to the team. And that ball's low, so first and second, Voit passes on the torch to Stanton. So hopefully Stanton can cash in. He hasn't had a big hit yet in this Red Sox series, so hopefully he can do that right now. And hey, he has power, so if he can get a hold of one, he can really pull this game open. But yeah, more about Tyler Austin. I mean, he was beloved by the Yankees fan. He even fought Joe Kelly earlier in the year after he had a hard slide and Kelly threw on the shoulder. So Yankees fans will always remember him for that. Always remember him as a good backup for Bird, having that righty side to first base, which is good. And Eduardo Rodriguez is up in the pen. My friend Devin the other day said that Erod, as they call him, I mean, he's a very underrated pitcher, and he has had a good season. He's a good starter for them. But typically you have 4 starters on the roster, so Rodriguez is probably going to come in relief after Brazier. Stanton was late on the fastball but had a good cut. So, yeah, Brazier had a good pitch on the outside corner, so tough pitch to hit. And Stanton fouls one up. Like I said, I hate it when he goes out of the zone. I hate it when he swings high. I can understand it from other players who are good at swinging at high pitches, but Stanton he's completely awful at swinging at the high pitch. I mean, like I said, his zone is the lower half. Like that's his place. Anything high that is not a 2-strike count, he should just leave alone. He cannot reach it. Or he makes weak contact, or he pops it up, and yeah, it's just not. He needs to know his zone better. I'm sure if he did that, he would increase his batting average by a solid 10, 15 points. If you're just tuning in, he's at first and second with 1 out. He's up against the Red Sox 3-1, and Giancarlo Stanton's up. And Stanton strikes out again on a high pitch. That's not a zone. And there's 2 away. Yankees are threatening to not score this inning, which would be awful since Nunez made a 2-base error and Voit walked, and it'd be a very poor situation. I mean, runs are scarce in the playoffs. Every run's incredibly important. So, especially against a team with the Red Sox, whose offense can be utterly relentless. A's are down in the series 1-0, so keep at it. This is a must-win game for them. They can't go 2-0 down to the Red Sox. I mean, last year they came back from Indians, but they would probably not be able to do that twice. So this game's basically a must-win for them. There's a ball low and away, 1-0. So they can't have another heartbreaker. They gotta keep fighting against this bullpen. This bullpen is not that good. It has had some trouble. I mean, besides Kimbrel, They don't, and I mean, Brazier's good too, but hey, they hit him well yesterday. Not doing a bad job against him today. They just need that one hit. I mean, Sanchez has taken some better swings today. I mean, Kelly had just blew him by. I mean, 4 pitches, a couple of high fastballs in the zone. But, I mean, Sanchez also had a homer tonight, so I hope that his bat's kind of starting to heat up, especially in time for the playoffs. And, yeah, he had a big hat there. But it's like he's trying to do too much. It's like he has, like, one wheelhouse for any sort of hit. That's the home run. When you bat 180, it's not really as worth it. You need the hits in between that as well. And a big hack on a pitcher who throws hard. That's not too good. Yeah, that was his 6th career homer off Price, so no wonder Boone put him in 5th. But yeah, let's see what we can do here. Fouls it off, and it's 1-2. So Brazier's 1 pitch away from getting out of Nunez's miscue, which would be very helpful for the Red Sox. And yeah, Yankees need this run. I'm telling you, this could really bite them in the butt if they do not score here. And like I said yesterday, they need to get to the underbelly of this bullpen. That's what they did. They did very well. Made Kelly pitch usually more than his tail left, and do nothing against him. He looked great, so I'll give him that. But Brazier, they've working a lot of pitches against him, seeing a lot of pitches. They should be able to hit this guy. The app just froze, so I'm gonna restart that. But I can still see what's going on the other app. Just wait on that. Yeah, I mean, Sanchez taking that big hack on 96 miles per hour on the second pitch. I mean, I don't like to see that. He's not going to get around that. He's not going to be able to get a hold of one. He just needs to be short, needs to be quick. When you're long like that, you can't hit the ball as well. That's been kind of the season for him. And that ball, he swings and misses a high fastball. So Yankees do not score. This could really bite them in the butt. If they do lose this game, then this should be a moment to look back on. Red Sox bullpen has been good, but Yankees need to do better. And they're putting pressure to not keep throwing zeros, so the insurance run this past inning would have really helped them. So Yankees don't score as we head to the bottom of the 5th. This is part of a song my friend Matthias recommends me. Matthias knows a lot about baseball.
Showed up in the grounds one day, the ground seems to all been sold. We created and the charge into the park, stole the Yankees with the game on. This gave me out a team of dreadful pride. Austin said back could not be wrong. Not for third and starting time, and sang another victory song. To say.
you're just tuning in, it's Breaking the Half Inning, so I'm playing this song called Tessie, which is these Red Sox fans at Fenway Park playing a song about how this girl Tessie has made all the fans stop the game, which is pretty funny. It was recommended to me by my friend Matthias, so watch Matthias. Good recommendations, he's a funny song. I'm going to go back to the game because I think it already started. This app is very flaky. Taco's already thrown probably a couple of pitches. Yep. It's 1-2 on Leon. Starting off with a curveball, which you haven't seen too often tonight. And there was a splitter, a fastball for a ball, another splitter, so the 2-2 count on Sandy Leon. Actually bothers my neck a bit if I keep turning like this. I might as well just put my iPad on my lap and be staring at it so often because of this app. I mean, if I were to do this game inside, I'm sure it would work a lot better. But I don't want to wake up my roommates. So there's Leon fouls off a slider, so count remains 2-2. Tanaka's pitch count pretty solid. 67 pitches right now. So hopefully he can give the Yankees a couple more innings. I mean, their bullpen was used a lot yesterday, but they still have their top guys going. They still have Britton, Betances, Chapman, who were not used yesterday to get through. Sorry, I think Britton was used yesterday, yeah. They still have like Chapman and Betances, so hopefully they can, if he can pitch a 7 or 6 or 7, they can get to like their bullpen or pitch a 7, and they can use some people who haven't pitched in a little bit and can be on full rest. So Leon grounds out to Andujar. He throws to first, so 1 away for the Red Sox. And yeah, now up is Bradley Jr., who saw an open hole on the last at bat between shortstop and third base, and he got an outside fastball and hit it to the left side of the infield. So, I mean, that's what you got to do if you're not the best hitter, yes, or you're like your number 9 hitter. You're not going to be the guy who always hits for power. You're going to be the guy who kind of helps gets things started, like be that guy who's kind of like a pest to the pitcher, even though you're at the bottom of the order. So that's what you do over there. There's a splitter to Dutson for a strike, 1-1. This app was about to load, and then it stopped. So you got to keep restarting it, which has been really frustrating. So, yeah. That ball's fouled off, so 1-2. Tanaka really throwing the slider combo tonight. I mean, I know it's usually 60%. It feels like more like 80 or so. It's seeing the fastball and the occasional curveball here and there. If Tanaka can finish this inning with 75 pitches, maybe it's slightly more than that. He's at there's a ball high, 2-2. He's at 72 right now. If it's about 15 pitches for the next 2 innings, then hey, I mean, that'd be a solid 7-inning outing. So you can more than take that from Tanaka. Hopefully he can keep holding the fort with the Red Sox ball in the dirt. That's a full count. Hey, don't want the number 9 hitter. You don't want him with bets on. I mean, the bet's going to get a homer on you. Actually, my friend Devin called that bets with a homer off Tanaka tonight. So it does happen, and it certainly can be, especially a great home run hitter. Tanaka's home run prone. Be bad. Tanaka hands the slider, which is fouled off. Count remains at 3-2. So Bradley having a good at bat. Another thing we want to expect from the 9 hitter, or the 9 hitter's job, like still draw a lot of pitches still. try to find a way on base. I mean, if you're the 9 hitter, you're probably not the guy who's going to be someone who crushes over the fence. I mean, obviously, still swing the ball that hard, so try to hit the ball over the fence, or hit the ball somewhere good. And he struck him out on a splitter, so Tanaka winning that battle 2 away. Nice splitter in the zone, and that will be his 4th strikeout of the night. Not so many strikeouts for tonight for Tanaka, but yeah, I mean, he's been pretty strong. I mean, the first inning he looked decent, like he kind of got away with some stuff. But since then, he's looked very sharp. I mean, the home run, granted, was not too good. Got a little bit behind last inning, so definitely not his best outing, but hey, Tanaka's a battler. I mean, he's been behind a bunch of counts and keeps throwing strikes, so that's what he does. He doesn't give in. You got to respect that. It's like, hey, you're going to hit me, but I'm going to always come at you. And I really like that mentality of the pitcher. Tanaka's he's a very good competitor. Like he always has a type of demeanor. There's a curve that misses outside. Want to know? It's actually pretty funny. I mean, Tanaka usually starts off the batter off speed, which is very common for pitchers, but he doesn't really use the curveball for all less than getting strike 1 when he does use it. So it is pretty funny. You almost always see his curveball landing for a strike. But this time his curveball's way outside. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Now he gets a slider in the corner. So it's 1-1. And Betts gets out. Let's see how. Tanaka retires inside. Never good inning. Gets around the splitter. Kind of hung a bit. So we'll see. I'm going to think it's hits the outfield. That's my prediction. Let's say dead center. Let's see how close I am to that. Yep, lined out to Gardner. Knew it. So that's 3 away. And it's not going to have another good inning. We had that last pitch there. So this pitch count, let's see, it's like it's 75. So, hey, 15 pitches per inning for the next 2 innings. So we'll get through 7. So that's what the Yankees can hope for, bring in a well-rested Betances and Chapman, and let's take this game. And, yeah, we head to the top of the 6th. Put in that baseball music still. That's funny. They show them getting arrested afterwards, which is fake, but it's also funny. All right, he also recommended another song. My friend Matthias, that is. So let's play that. It's called Dirty Water. Yeah, just waiting for this music to load on YouTube, but there's some Wi-Fi problems, so that's the cause of music not playing. But we'll be back in like a minute or so. Continue to stay tuned. There we go. So we'll play some more music next time. Wow. So Alex Bregman is the fifth youngest to 6 homers, and his home run today for the Astros propelled them to a 3-1 victory over the Indians, and they're up 2-0. So here's the pitch to Didi. There's a strike, curveball in for strike. Brandon Workman coming in, number 44. But yeah, more on Bregman, the Astros. My friend Devin Mahamadou was saying how Devin's a Red Sox fan, Mahamadou's a Yankee fan. How like we both kind of have a common enemy, and that's the Astros. They like wrecked the Yankees and Red Sox last year. They won the World Series, of course. So we were hoping that the Indians, who starting pitching can match up with the Astros, can defeat them and be kind of smooth sailing for one of us to make the World Series. But nope, Astros are in full control of that series right now. Throwing in Charlie Morton tomorrow, who's never a great pitcher. That ball's in the dirt, so 2-2 on D. But yeah, Astros really look like they're going to win that series, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, that's been good. Well, no, sorry, it hasn't been good. I'm tired. My bad. But, yeah, I mean, Bregman, who's basically the Astros MVP this year, has like 51 doubles, a bunch of homers, good walk rate. I mean, he's really carried his team through a slew of injuries. And Astros even won a couple more games than last year, too. So, very impressive team. And Didi won on that pitch. He's annoyed at the home plate umpire. He didn't even ask him out. He didn't even ask the third base umpire. The home plate umpire took that upon himself, and Didi can't believe it. He doesn't even think he went. He doesn't think he went around. Let's see. No, he definitely did not. Wow. What the heck? So, I mean, nasty pitch, but he totally didn't go around. Didn't even check with the third base umpire. So Boone's just pissed. He says to the umpire, "Let's go. Like, gotta get a better job." So, yeah, that's annoying. But Didi, always very smart, always very composed. Just speaks to the umpire for a second, and goes back to the dugout. No, the bat's already over. So, yeah, he's not gonna argue with him and get ejected. Yankees need him in this lineup. So, good job by Didi not to he's him out of the umpire, which many other players would. There's a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Their bowls look very sharp tonight, I have to say. And that can be a problem, because that means to knock the Yankees will have to be perfect. They're very close to perfect. That only can allow one run, basically. So, Yankees need some insurance runs. Last inning was a great time to capitalize and do that. And Duhar cues that into right field. That'll be a hit. Betts playing back has to respect Duhar's power. And Duhar has such good hands. Out in front of that, just throws his hands out and cues the ball to right field for a hit. One of the reasons why he was near 300 hitter this year, led the Yankees in hits, had so many RBIs, and what makes him great. Even if he doesn't get all of a pitch, he can extend his hands out. And his style, 1 second, reminds me of Starlin Castro a bit, who was traded in the offseason in the Giancarlo Stanton trade. Here's the pitch. And Torres hits it up the middle, and there's going to be a hit. And Duar's going to stop at second. But hey, the rookie's doing some damage. I think he's threatening to score again with Brett Gardner up, who's a grinder. So, but that will be it for Brandon Workman, who got out Gregorius rather easily, and then he had back-to-back hits. So, Eduardo Rodriguez will enter the game with that. Put on some music again to deal with the break. I'm just trying to find a song for you guys. There we go. Never heard of this song before, but my friend Matthias has great taste, so trust him. Not sure what this song is, Matthias, if you're watching. Not really a baseball song, I don't know. Eric's on so far. Did like the other one, but this not so much. I don't really want to know what the dirty water is, so yeah, not my favorite song I have to pick. I just leave it. Yeah, well, I think the game's about to go back, so yeah, not my favorite choice. Probably not at all. The app's again getting paused, so let's see what happens. The game on Sever app, I'm 2-0 to Gardner, which is good. Within his hitter count. Eduardo Rodriguez, who had a kind of a breakout year, quiet breakout season, was a solid fifth starter for the Red Sox. And yeah, he's been a lefty who the Red Sox had for a while. Always expect a lot out from. And yeah, so there's a ball outside, 3-0. Yeah, I mean he's been good, but like I said, Evaldi came over and he pitched great. And postseason team usually carries 4 starters, so pushing out the bullpen. Yeah, he had a solid year. I mean, he had his best year, 13-5, 27 starts, 3.82 ERA, 146 Ks, 129 innings. So very solid numbers for Erod. I mean, nothing. He wasn't like totally above average, but he was a solid starter. Good for him. It's good to. It was kind of nice to see him break out since the Red Sox had a lot of faith in him. There's a fastball down the middle. Turner probably taking all the way, 3-1. It's not a power hitter, so makes sense. The Yankees are trying to just go station to station. Yeah, still trying to get this Sever app to work. Just been a pain all night. Let's see what Garner did the last at bat. Last at bat, he grounded out to short, but the bat before then, he had a walk, so not bad. Gardner getting his fill for the game. Hopefully he can be clutch like he usually is here and drive someone in. He does get into an out. Hopefully it's a productive out. Maybe he grounds out, it's a force out, and runner goes to third. That'd be nice. But no, he pops out. So 2 away. Once again, Yankees cannot lose the scoring opportunity. They need to cash in. They fail to cash in last inning. It will bite them in the butt. It can very well bite them in the butt. I won't say it will, because hopefully it won't. But yeah, 2 away. McCutcheon up. McCutcheon was not hit so well for the Yankees, but just gets on base very well. Hopefully he can pull through. So that would be very helpful right now. And yeah, I mean, Yeah, Gardner couldn't come through there. Even if he just like hit into a force out, he could have just moved the runner to third. He owns a good bat stop, but you never know with a wild pitch. So, yeah, that would have been nice. But 2 away for the Yankees. As McCutchen steps up to the plate. He swings and misses at a changeup, so 0-1. I didn't even know Era had a changeup. I think that's like a new pitch for him. Always thought he had like a decent fastball and a big loopy curveball. So that's probably what the difference maker has been for him this season, or at least part of it. It's probably this new changeup. So good for him. Yes, still waiting for that for to work. Just really annoying. There's a ball outside, so 1-1. Yeah, I mean, I still like McCutchen as a leadoff hitter over hits, over Gardner, as good as they are, because he has proven himself with the Yankees as a good leadoff hitter. And it's also good for his own career because, I mean, McCutchen was always seen as like a middle of the order player. And he was for a good number of years, like 5 to 7 years for the Pirates. And then he's has a couple of down years as getting older. And McCutchen swinging and misses a changeup. Always thrown his changeup, so maybe he actually had the changeup before. I don't know. I haven't seen Erod too much, but when you see a lefty like him, you think, oh, he's a big loopy curveball. I was pretty sure he did have a good curveball too. With all these changeups, I expect a high fastball right here, trying to blow McCutchen by. He does throw in the fastball that's right down the middle, but McCutchen fouls it off. So that pitch he should have had. That pitch, yeah, that was a fat pitch down the middle, and they called that a meatball. Yeah, you see the score here. I'm telling you, it could really affect them if they don't score. And he also lays some pressure off Tanaka, lays some pressure off that bullpen. It's just good to score runs regardless, even if the Red Sox don't come back from it. But they are the Red Sox. They are very dangerous. They need to capitalize on these situations. There's a changeup outside, full count. If you're not convinced like you had the changeup before, the changeup's your third offerings. You don't really throw it like 4 out of 5 times out of the bat. So I am going to say that pitch is always there, and he refined himself in other ways, which I'm not completely sure of because I didn't follow the Red Sox. But still, Erod has had himself a good year, a breakout year, and he will continue to improve next year. So he might finally become that really solid starter that the Red Sox wanted. Still a very solid starter this year, but even better. And McCutchen swings and misses at a cutter high and outside. So the Yankees fail to score once again with runners on first and second. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. We'll just finish that Dirty Water song just so you guys is there. Yeah, my bad. Let me get a sweatshirt. I'll be right back.
Shani, really?
Not sure what that is, so I will. Okay, that was weird. I guess it went to commercial right after that after a song ended. So, yeah, my bad. They just were playing some Israeli. Someone was speaking Hebrew. So, yeah. So that's a little strange, but it's over now. It's just a commercial. Let's see if we missed anything. I don't think so. Chances in the game. That's interesting. A little surprised actually because it's not going to pitch 5 strong, but I guess not an awful idea because this is the middle. This is the heart of the order. Snapchat is prone with the home run ball. It just makes sense to, employ Betances, maybe even go 2 innings with him. And, just not. He doesn't give up a lot of homers, so maybe even that should be a very good decision by Boone. Don't want to risk it with Tanaka. So Tanaka pitched very well, giving him 1 run in 5 innings, with 4 Ks, only 3 hits, 1 walk. So an excellent outing. It's an 0-2 count on Benintendi now. 2 fastballs. 1 was called. The other 1 was fouled off. So, yeah, again, I'm still just waiting on this app. Seems like 2/3 of the game, even more than probably 3/4 of the game. This has not been working. There's a slider that jams Benintendi. I'm calling that he's just going to roll it over to first base or even second. Somewhere on the right side of the infield. He's not going to hit that to the outfield, I don't think. Yep, right over to Voigt. He takes it himself, so 1 away. You can kind of tell where the pitches are located, like what's going to happen with the players. If you've experienced it enough, you can predict the play before it even happens, just by looking at what kind of pitch it was and seeing and hearing about the results. So, like, here's an in-play out. I saw the slider inside. It probably means he got jammed. The slider was very tough pitch to hit. His chances is all his pitches move so well. So, yeah, it makes sense. Martinez swings and misses on the curve, and then next pitch he fouled one off, so 0-2 count with him. Chances looking very sharp already for the first 2 batters that he's faced. He had an excellent year. Boone did a great job managing him, letting him not pitch too many innings during the regular season. And it's actually smart because now he's using him more in the playoffs to get him some 2 innings. So, good job by him. So Martinez hits a 99-mile-per-hour fastball, and that's for an out. He hits it right to Torres, who throws it first, so 2 away. Betances getting some 2 quick outs. So he's looking very sharp so far, even though I can't see him. He's working quickly, and that's good. He's probably going to pitch another inning of that's what I can imagine. I wonder if they'll try to go for him to 2 innings and Chapman for 2 innings, which would be interesting. The only downside for Betances' batting is that he is very slow to the plate. And Sanchez has not thrown out too many runners this year, so if someone gets on, the Red Sox are going to run like wild, like crazy. And yes, this app is incredibly frustrating. And yeah, I mean, this is the best I can do with it because, I can't do this inside since I don't want to wake up my roommates. Gotta be respectful of their space as well. And even though the Wi-Fi would probably be a lot better, can't do that to them. But still like calling the game out here, just so wish you could see the game a bit more. There's a knuckle curve that Dunson for strike 1. And now he Bogarts fouls off a 98-mile-per-hour fastball in 2. He's gotten the first 2 strikes in everyone. You like to see that. And all his pitches have been straight so far, actually. Yeah, so looking very sharp. Let's see if we get out Bogarts on the strikeout here. And I'm almost certain he's going to throw. And I think that's the reason why Boone, try to save him this season. I mean, he got worse as the season went on if he was used too often. And he actually ended very strong here. He throws a knuckle curve right down the middle, but chance is too good, so Bogarts gets out. I'm assuming it's a pop out to center or left. Nope, he rolls it over to Hechavarria, replacing Ducar at third base. Throws it to Voit. Three groundouts, 3 quick outs, and we head to the top of the 7th. So great inning by Betances. Let's find some more baseball music that we can play in between innings. Just searching up some baseball songs. And also trying to fix this app at the same time. All right, I'll play one that I played yesterday. It's just so good. I do like that song a lot. Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones.
Kids want it, Bobby Thompson, you'll be ready to come all night. Rock and roll was being born, marijuana we would scorn. Down on the corner, the national pastime went on trial. Talking baseball, Blazewski and Patella talking baseball. Man and Bobby Fella, the Scooter, the Barber and the Duke. They knew them all from Boston to Dubuque, especially Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. Okay,
if you're just tuning in, then just on a short break for the half inning.
Kiner and Midget Goodell, the Thumper and Mel Parnell. And I was the only one winning down in Washington. I'm talking baseball. Blazewski, Campanella, talking baseball. Man and Bobby Fella, the Scooter, the Barber, and the Duke.
All right, we are back. Rodriguez is still pitching. He might even try to finish this game, or at least get the rest of his couple solid innings. Probably want to finish it, but get them at least a couple solid innings. So, yeah, he's still going strong. And he's against Aaron Judge. Not in a strike, so count now is 1-1. This should be good at bat for Judge. Rodriguez, good lefty with a good changeup, and Judge the power hitter. So this should be fun. Hopefully get another hit out of it. Start the game is off good. There's 93 on the corner, so 1-2. Like I say, you can see those insurance runs as good as the chances was, and as good as Tanaka has been tonight. They need these insurance runs. They got to keep scoring. SBS have a good bullpen doesn't mean they can't just completely rely on them. Someone might screw up. You never know. Red Sox are a good team. And that's a soft ground ball, and Judge is going to run to first. Will he make it? And he does. Yes. He beats out the infield single. Rodriguez couldn't get there in time. It's like an in-betweener between the pitcher first and second. And Judge reaches base. And yes, he gets get on. Judge finding ways to do it. He has great power. And, yeah. Let's see who got it. Yeah, Moreland got it. Flipped it over to first. And he just, like, yeah, as the announcer said, gave up on it. I mean, like, he needs to hustle to first base. Like, yes, like, as they call it, bust his ass down there. And he didn't do that. And Judge easily beats him. So, Maybe he thought the second baseman would cover, but that's the pitcher's ball. But I'm sure that's gonna maybe take a toll on Rodriguez. Like, hey, I should have made that play. Maybe he'll start to overthink. Compose well. Their change up. I just want to know to Luke Voigt. Hopefully, he can take advantage of the Red Sox defensive miscue. The defense, which is usually so good, has not been the best tonight. As that two-base error from Nunez and a misplay there between Rodriguez. There's another awful changeup high. So now it's 2-0 on Voigt. He should get a good pitch to hit. So yeah, Rodriguez doesn't want to be down 3-0. He is down 3-0 now. Sorry, now it's sped up, so now it's 3-1 apparently. Now I can hear the game, but the streaming is just paused. It's annoying. So Voigt swung and missed the ball, so now it's full count. I gotta reset it. It's not most of the game. TBS has not been that good. Can't wait for use Fox again. That's the best part. They've been way more consistent than TBS is as great as or as annoying as Fox Sport can be. It's still no TBS, so that's pretty annoying. Yeah, full count and Voigt. Judge's batting 556 in the series. Voigt takes a changeup for ball 4. Now it's 1st and 7. $7,000 off 0-2. So Yankees got to score. Got to help that bullpen. And I'm sure, who wants to utilize his other guys like Tarpley and Holder? I mean, I can really see the chances. Pitch his inning, maybe get Tarpley warmed up, see if he can face any lefties. This is as the announcer just said. This is Erod's game. I mean, Red Sox are losing, so they're going with a starter. Sitting. Wow. And Nunez makes another error. Wow. He scooped the ball and then he kind of dropped it, and then he kind of made a bad throw that pulled Kinsler off the bag, but the Red Sox may challenge this. I mean, hopefully Nunez made the error. I mean, base loaded for Yankees with Sanchez up, who had the homer earlier today. Very good against lefties, so that'd be great. Let's see this replay. Nunez has a weird pick, hits this time, kind of stops.
stops his momentum, doesn't really carry it. Let's see. That's very close. Let's see. And Nunez having a very awkward throw. Like barely off. It is very close. It is like his foot just came off. And that was a great call by the umpire. That would have is a close call, so they usually give the call stands if it's close. So we'll have to see what they say. Actually, it looks like he may have gotten on the bag. Because as soon as the ball touches the glove, it can be considered a catch. So, it was like his foot was on the bag for that part, but it didn't hit the back of the glove till then. But it is still very close. It's right. Look at the different angles, which they have access to in New York, which is the headquarters for where the umpires look at the calls. They actually do have official umpires look at the calls, not just some random stats guy. They have like actual umpires who call it back in New York. Let's see. He's out. Wow. I mean, like I said, it hit his glove when he was on the bat. When his foot was on the bag. So, hey, like, even though it was close, like I said, as soon as the ball touches the glove and his foot's on the bag, it isn't out. So, wow. That's amazing. So, hey, good job by the Red Sox to call that, but that's annoying for the Yankees. They would have loved base load with no outs. Now you have a guy who hits a lot of ground balls from a pitcher who allows a lot of ground balls. So Red Sox can really just get out of this inning. Yeah, Yankees really need to score. We need those insurance runs. Every run counts, and every run lose large in the postseason. There's a changeup way outside. Want to know to Sanchez. But yeah, Stanton has not been clutch in this series so far against the Red Sox, having a couple opportunities to drive people in and the either struck out or grounded out or popped up. But those are really the three outs that you can have. But yeah, not been clutch. And if he was clutch, that'd be really good for the Yankees. There's the ball way inside. 2-0 to Sanchez. Should get a good pitch to hit right here. Hitters count. Rodriguez doesn't want to load the bases for Didi, who does hit lefties well. This is his inning. Of course, going to leave him in there, so I'm sure he'd love to get Sanchez for the double play bar rather than face Didi. Why would he swing at that? Change it way off the plate, and now it's 2-1. Why would you use that? Or why would you swing at that? That's just an awful pitch to swing at. My gut tells me Yankees aren't going to score, but I really want to not believe that. I really want to not believe that Sanchez is not going to ground into double play, but that seems more than likely that's going to happen, because that is the type of hitters in the season. And that one is gone. It's the second homer of the game, and Yankees are up 6-1. He made me eat my words. Thank you for making me eat my words. That is awesome. And Yankees pull away 6-1. Sanchez with his second homer tonight. Wow, I am so glad he made me regret saying that, but he's going to ground to play. And he is when Kelly and Workman was in, he struck out twice when the lefties are up. 2 homers tonight, 3-run homer. He's up 6-1. And that ball was basically hit where Judge hit it, like just high left center. And yeah, he knew it right away. Utter shot, just completely destroyed. Red Sox are finished. They are done with this game. Might as well say GG, good game. All the Yankees are riled up. And Didi hits a hard shot to third. Nunez throws the first with the out. And there's 2 away. But, yeah, wow. So Sanchez really has hit well on Fenway his whole career, having a 6-career home run off Price tonight, doing well against lefties here all the time. Erod looking very sharp. I mean, not so much this inning, but he's still decently solid. He's a high fastball, and it was like a 94-mile-per-hour fastball in the outside corner that Sanchez just ripped over to Green Monster. So great job by him. It went over to Green Monster, went on the straight. Some lucky fan got it. Yeah, great job by Sanchez. Echeverria, first at bat, grounds it to Bogarts. He gets him out by a step, and that's 3 away. Yankees score 3, pull this game open 6-1. They can go to the other guys in their bullpen. Probably see Betances pitch another inning, but yeah, great job by Sanchez coming in clutch, making me eat my words. I'm happy to do that. And he did not run a double play. Instead, did the best you can do, 3-run homer, and he's up 6-1 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Sanchez making up for his awful season with some very clutch hits in the postseason so far. So that is nice to see. Let me play on that base. Actually, got to do some scoring. So yeah, we're just on a short break. I'm just going to score something really quick. Score tonight. Actually, I can do that during the inning. I'll just play some music now. 1 second. I'm just waiting for it to load.
One Robin Grover now. One Robin. Either of Mitchell Goodell, the number of Mel Cornell. And I was the only one running down to Washington. Talk baseball. The news can but never talk baseball. And a Bobby fella, Scooter, Oliver, and Duke. They knew them all from Boston to especially Mickey and Duke. Now my old friend, Bachelor, really small.
Chance is still in the game for the Yankees. They missed a couple pitches. It's a 1-2 count, and Moreland hits a hanging slider, and let's see what we're going to do. Probably just a signal to right field, I imagine. Maybe he took it the other way too, but I would say right field. Yep, sitting on the right field. Knew it. Where did my pen go? Get good at calling that after you've watched the game for a good amount of time. Oh, where did my pen go? Well, oh, there it is. Cool. I gotta keep reloading this app. The other app just crashed, so it's annoying from all sides. We got a runner on first, 1-0 count. Apparently, it's already an out, so missed that as the app crashed. I'm rolling at a sit on the right to Judge, and then this flight out to Judge, and yeah, now Kinsler's up. So yeah, Yankees up 6-1 now. Sierra Sanchez delivering the big blow. These heavy hitters, Sanchez and Judge, contributing to the offense tonight, which has been great. As well as McCutcheon had an RBI single, so that's good too. I did call him out for not hitting as well, but he has been hitting well tonight. So my bad for McCutcheon and Sanchez for that matter. Because I'm still doubting him, even though he had a homer tonight. So that's my B. Sanchez. I'm glad he proved me the hater wrong. That's always good when it's your own team. But yeah, maybe he could have can resurrect his season, a good postseason, a good playoffs. That ball just missed inside. I mean, on the pitch tracker, it says that was a strike, but the umpire didn't call it that way, so it's 2-2 count on Kinsler. Kinsler has been a second baseman his whole life, one of the better second basemen in my generation. Like Mookie Betts, he's a 30-30 player, meaning he has had 30 homers and 30 steals. Betts actually being a 30-30 hitter this year, also won a batting title. Chances hangs a breaking ball and he fouls it off. So count remains 2-2 on Kinsler. Second. And that's a run. That's his in-play runs. I really hope that's just a one run and not two. Kinsler can easily drive a hanging breaking ball over the right field fence. That's not good. That's probably be hit the other way to Judge, or maybe like in the gap. I'm just hoping it's that and not anything else, or maybe there's a relay and they're going to challenge it. But I really hope that's not a two-run homer. That would suck. And good thing, like I said, good thing he got those insurance runs because they sure as heck needed them. So Red Sox are coming back. And Kinsler with the big blow. I'm not sure like what type of hit it was yet. That still does not. Okay, it was a double. So McCutcheon, so he actually pulled that. So it was probably, I'm guessing, off the monster. And Moreland, not the best speed. They still got him out. Devers is pitch hitting, who's a lefty. He can hit fast pitching. He once hit a 103 mile-per-hour fastball of Chapman. So, yeah, he's more than capable of handling that. So, 6-2 Yankees now with a runner on second and one out. Chance is hoping to finish this inning. wonder if they would give 2 innings to Chapman or maybe another inning to Britton and then to Chapman. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I was thinking too, like, why didn't they put in Holder or Tarpley or someone like that? Because you know, Batanzas pitching a good inning, they're up by 5 runs. You want to get your other guys in because you don't want to put them in a game where it's just they can be rusty. So as much as you want to always trust your big guys, you also got to include your other guys in the bullpen too. And a good opportunity to do that. That accounts 1-2 on Devers, who just fouled off a high fastball. This app is really just awful. It's just inefficient. Like I said, at least 3/4 of the game it has not been good. And wow, great pitch. He swung at a slider that buckled inside. And the runner was actually going, so I wonder if Kinsler took third, which I think he did. Yep, Kinsler took third base. I said Batanzas is very slow to the plate, so there's a fly. But yeah, Red Sox have third most steals in baseball this year. In the American League, behind the Rays and the Indians. So it makes sense. Kinsler can run, hit, do everything. Play good defense. Now it's a 1-1 count on Bradley, who just swung at a knuckle curve low. So yeah, Kinsler fits that bill for the Red Sox. Does a little bit of everything right. And hopefully, Batanzas can get out of this inning unscathed again. I wonder if they'll just go to Chapman for 2, so he did not pitch last night, or if they'll just put in Britton for an inning, which I think is the likely cause, or maybe they'll use Holder and Tarpley. That's more risky. Well, Batanzas got the out, so still up by 4. And maybe they should do that. Maybe they should just get their other guys in, which I think is important. Bradley ground to second, who throws to first. That's the third out. Red Sox get the run on the Ian Kinsler double. So, yeah, he's now up 6-2. And as we head to the top of the 8th. And down that baseball music. Actually, since no one's watching right now, I'm just going to score what I missed. For the half-inning break. Christian Vasquez now enters the game as catcher as Devers pitch hit for Leon. So they good catcher of the game now. Heath Hembry into pitch, who replaces Eduardo Rodriguez, who gave a big blow to Gary Sanchez. Yeah, and you could say, like, if the Yankees win this game, like, not everything can be forgiven for that awful season, but a lot of it can, because with this win against the Red Sox, that could be it's a must-win, essentially a must-win game for the Yankees. So it's good. After the short break, my roommate just got up. He goes to work pretty early in the morning, which is cool. So just filling the scorecard. And trying to use the TBS app. And getting us started. There's a ball in the outside corner for ball 1. And now there's a called strike low, 1-1. Also, I think Steve Pierce replaces Moreland at first. Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure yet. I think it said that on the app for a brief second, and then I kind of retracted that. Torres fouls someone off now. It's 1-2. Yeah, not the one that you can call balls and strikes with, but the one that can stream the game. Yeah, Pierce does replace him at first base. Torres struck out. I'm not sure if it's tall or swinging. It's swinging in the dirt, which is blocked by Vasquez. And he throws to first base to Pierce, leaves in the game for a first out. So strikeout swing, play goes 2-3 after that to get the put out. And there's one away. Yeah, yes, it's kind of smart to. There's a ball high, 1-0. Now there's a fastball to Dutson for a strike, 1-1. I think it's smart to put Pearson because he's batting fifth in the order. And that's time for the lineup. So he has very good enough. He's a very good hitter, better hitter than Moreland in some respects. But yeah. The Yankees might put Chapman up at some point, so preparing for him, or Britton preparing for the lefties, and Pierce is lefty as well. So good strategy by Cora. Maybe a bit too soon to put him in because Moreland has better defense, but yeah. So I wouldn't personally do it this quick, but yeah. It'd be interesting to see if Yankees would go like righty-lefty matchup or something, but I don't think they would do that. Now that kind of limited the use of Tarpley, unless they got to the bottom of the order. And I don't think they would use him. Yeah, I really think you should have used Tarpley and Holder at some point. Because they haven't pitched in a while. You're going to have to use them at some point, and something was the time to do it. Tienses, who normally does not throw 2 innings, gave him a run anyway, so how much worse could have Tarpley and Holder been? They're still solid relievers, so yeah. I think that was a mistake on Booth's part to not use them. Garner fouls it off, so count remains 2-2. There's a slider in the dirt, full count. I don't think it almost hit his foot based on this app. It might even be more than 3/4 of the game. I'm pretty sure it is that this app has not been working. But it's the best we got. I don't really want to. I guess I could listen to John Sterling and use the app. Maybe that's what I should do from now on. But I do like watching the game. But it is nice to hear what's going on. So it's not like the app doesn't work. It's just like, I don't know, the Wi-Fi is just bad. There's a ball high for ball 4, and it's for his walks, his second walk of the game. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to run the announcers and just call ball and strikes. This app is not working. I gotta hold on. I gotta sync my AirPods to my iPad. I much prefer like cutting the announcers out and just speaking, rather than like actually listen to like a radio podcaster and do it. Also, like John Sterling's kind of whack. I mean, love the God of Death because he's like just the Yankees announcer in general, but I mean, he just is very corny, and he definitely likes to listen to announcers a bit better. So, yeah, I'm annoyed that I have to come to this, but it's just not working. It hasn't worked most of the game. And that was a foul ball, so 0-2 McCutcheon. That ball's high, 1-2. McCutcheon having an RBI single today, and I mean he's batting 222 in the series, but it's only been 2 games. The RBI single means a lot. Every run means a lot. Game. That was when the Yankees start to break open to the third round of the game. So, hey, if he strikes out a couple times and has it too, then I'm fine with it. Oh wow. So that was crazy. So, McCutcheon ground into a double play, 6-4-3, and Pierce on the receiving end on first base, who came in as a defensive replacement, even though Moreland's better. He caught the ball, and it was wide, and he actually tagged McCutcheon going down to first base. So he gets double play, and with the double play, they just don't score, and we head to the bottom of the 8th. We shall see who's going to pitch next. Okay, let me use my phone now to play some music. You know what I could do? I could also try to watch the game on my iPad. Try it there. So since no one's watching, I'm just going to go ahead and do that during the break. So Sanchez's homer earlier was 479 feet, so same location as Judge, but just way farther. So wow. The second longest postseason homer by fellow catcher. So wow, that's incredible. see. So Britain is in and Mookie Betts is up. Like I said, that's the reason why they put Pearson. And yeah, so see how this goes. Britain gets good against lefties and righties, but Betts is pretty elite. So I have to see how he shall fare against Betts. Oh, Betts, you're off against when he's batting. Aha. Early morning corny joke. There's a ball. There's a sinker low 1-0. Almost hit the dirt. There's a sinker right down the middle for strike 1-1. There's a sinker that hits the outside corner. Now 2-2. Brigham essentially throws two pitches, sinker slider, but slinker's the good one. I mean, that's his like bread and butter right there. He throws it almost all the time, and yeah, it's good. It's a very nasty pitch. So he does go with the slider here. We'll try to mix and match it. Slider's way inside of the dirt, so full count. Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to score this. You also know it's watch up. I'm just need to score something, then I'll just score it. Kansas won 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 run, no walks, 1 strikeout, and 8 batters faced. So Betts hits the ball in play. It was a single down. I'm saying he's going to hit it to the shortstop. No, it was a third base. So it still got the correct side of the infield. I was going to say right side of the infield, but I mean the left side because he hit the third base, which is the left side of the infield. So yeah, he hit the correct side of the infield. I was guessing. Got the shortstop and third baseman Anthony Henry throws him out at first, so 1 away. Here is Andrew Benintendi, who's 0 for 3 in the game yesterday, so he's still batting .296 in this series. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to watch this game this time on my iPad. I did try to do that earlier, but it didn't work. So I just went with what has kind of worked. Now it's a 2-1 count on Benintendi. Sometimes they'll throw pitches on the at-bat at bunches, so that's what happened. There's a ball of 3 and low. You don't want I don't know how good Britain is to the plate, but you don't want a runner on with Martinez up, who also hits lefties very well. So yeah, there's 3 righties after that, so you want to get the lefty out, you know? So I'm trying to use my phone as a personal hotspot right now for my iPad and see if I can watch this game, which would be great. Instead of just watching the app. There's a strike, the lower part of the plate, so full count on Benintendi. Britain has to work, and there's a ball in the dirt, so he walks him, and that is not good of Martinez up the plate. Yeah, so Benintendi walks, and up now is Martinez, who's ridiculous. Already batting 429 in the series, which is insane. Yeah, for some reason my phone's not connecting, which is annoying. Try it again. I think I'm just going to have to stick with the fact that I'm kind of listening to this game rather than watching it, which kind of sucks because I don't really like to listen to Sterling too often, but I can avoid it. And watching's always better. So, yeah, that's annoying. Tired. Just tuning in. There's a runner on first with 1 out, and JD Martinez, who's might come second MVP this year behind his teammate Betts. So he's up, and you can really just put this game within reach with 2-run homers. So you don't want to see that. My Wi-Fi's and this app is just not connecting, so that's been just annoying. I'm still able to just say what's going on, but there's a foul ball for strike one, so only one count on Martinez. And yeah, this has been pretty frustrating to try to watch. This app should work. I have Spectrum, and that connects to my app, but yeah, it's just been awful. So it's pretty annoying. Let's see the counters on Martinez. It's 1-1. Sinker missed a row. So that was the ball for the 1-1 count. I'll just sync my phone to my Bluetooth and just listen to the game on there. It's been so annoying. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. And he gets into an out. Hopefully that's a double play. Sager caused a lot of double plays. And they just get a force out. 6-4. So 2 away with Bogarts up. And it's good he retired. Britain retired the mighty JD Martinez. So that's good. Yeah, I mean, he probably rolled over that play. Sinker was outside at 96, and his bat probably went like this, went down. It's called rollover. And G gets the force out, and yeah, there's a scoreless inning for Britain. And yep, so Red Sox strand wanted the walk, and we head to the top of the ninth. I'll put on some baseball music in seconds. Yeah, 1 second. All right, there's a baseball bookie. So let's try that. to end this song. It sounds pretty bad, but I'm just gonna go with it. All right, there's a ball outside. Want to know the judge. Keith Hembry's still in the game pitching. There's another ball outside, 2-0. Yankees will probably use Chapman since they haven't used him in the series yet. Don't want him to get too well rested. If he gets rusty, that's the worst because he'll be used in the most important situations. Like I said, Tarpley and Holder should have been used. The beer eater should have been used when that 6-1 lead. There's a called strike in the outside corner, 2-1. But yeah, if they use him that series and they feel a bit warm, if they use him later on, then that'd be good because then I'll be more fresh. Because I haven't pitched in a while, like probably nearly a week now. Yeah, it's been a week at least. So yeah, that's not good to happen just waiting too long. This is supposed to get to a blowout in the playoffs, especially when they're up 6-1 a bit earlier. Here's a ball low, 3-1. As I mentioned earlier, also Judge is batting .556 in the series so far. He's been Sanchez is obviously MVP of this game. The Judge has just been consistent throughout this postseason so far, getting Yankees started. So never looking back. So it's good. Even yesterday, he was the only one who showed a life against Kimbrel. Well, 3 batters after him all struck out. So I have a lot of respect for Judge. There's strike in the outside corner for a count. There's a ball in the dirt, so Judge walks. I mean, what's amazing about Judge is even when he's not hitting well, he walks a lot. And his walk rate never really goes down. It's just always continues to walk. It's always been very high. I think last year he had 120 walks or so. This year much less, but they're still around 70, even though he was gone for a couple months. So even more than a couple months, 2 months and a half. Still 26 bombs, still a very good season. Not as good as last year, but they've gotten to 40 homers if he played the whole season. But yeah, he's a very respectable player. Voit takes the ball high, 1-0. Voigt's also been great too. He's batting .286 in this series with 2 RBIs. He had 14 homers for the Yankees since they acquired him on August 24th, and he has been a difference maker for them. He's had a couple of clutches in the series, and at least not in this series, but in game 1 and the wild card game in a very clutch triple. So he's been great for us. There's a ball low, 2-0. There's another ball. This time it's high. 3-0. You want to we have more insurance runs. You never know that the Red Sox. They could always score. Trust me, even though Chapman's likely to come up at the bottom of the inning, they can come in and score a lot. And especially on Chapman, even they could run a lot because he just is very slow to the plate. I mean, look, Kinsler took 3rd off Sanchez. Sanchez is good behind the plate, at least throwing wise. So they could run like wild if you get runners on, even if they're down. So that ball was fouled off, so 3-1 count on Voigt. Pitch right down the middle, good pitch to hit. He was swinging 3-0, trying to add to this lead, but yeah, good cut. So that ball's high and Voigt walks. So back walks for Heath Hembry, and Stanton's up, looking to make a dent and make a dent today. Pulls together some good hits. Be clutch. He's had several situations today where he has had runners on base. He's not executed. So third time's the charm. Am I right? Yeah. I think they're just going to let Hembry finish the game. Red Sox down by 4. Hembry already at 26 pitches. I don't know if anyone else is in the bullpen right now. Red Sox have already burned through. This is their fifth reliever they're burning. 6th pitcher of the day. So you just want this game to get over with. Go to New York for a 1-1 series. They probably are. Can I head back? Pitching coach is king of the mound. So yeah, Neil Walker will replace Luke Voigt. That's good from a good move from Boone, because you want to get your other guys in the game. So yeah, good job by him. And Walker is probably that evenly matched with Voigt at first base. Actually, no, Voigt's better, but Voigt had 3 walks today. That's hilarious. So that's awesome. So he only had 2 at bats. So even though Voigt hasn't got too many hits, hasn't got a hit today, he still contributed, still moved some guys over. That's good. Like his walk last one helped the Yankees get up to Sanchez who made the homer. So that was good by him. It's a 1-1 count on Stanton as he swinging a fastball high, which, like I said, pisses me off because he should not be swinging it high in the zone. That ball will take it almost hit him. Like, showing it again, so maybe it did. And yeah, on the app it says it hit him like Ryan the belt buckle, so that'll be interesting to see if it hit him or not. No, he's still up, and I think another pitch was way inside. Or if John Sterling got a call wrong, which is not surprising. Nope, the third one's also way inside. All of them in like just crazy inside. It's almost as if Hembry's like trying to hit him. But I doubt he would try to do that if you're losing like this. Stanton swings and fouls, tips it back, so full count. Yeah. Sorry for all the yawning. I'm very tired. It's 6:30 in the morning here. I've been up since 2:30. Got a couple of hours of sleep before then. Went to bed at like midnight. Sleep some more after this. But yeah, I don't mind doing the game. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna take a nap afterwards. And Stanton fouls it back to the screen. Count remains at full. The Yankees looking to add on. Stanton looking to have his signature moment in this series against the Red Sox, which would be great. So hopefully he can, excuse me, touch the net. Yeah, the last 2 pitches were like high, but like down the middle. So Stanton just stranded to double play. It's a 5-5-3 double play. Or in other words, Nunez at third base took the ball himself, stepped on third for the force out through to first, and that's 2 away. As Walker, who's the pinch runner, goes to second. So here's Sanchez, who homered 2 innings ago. He's either homered or struck out this game. And went solo homer, swinging strikeout, 3-run homer. He's done more good than bad. Still don't like to see him strike out too much. He struck out a lot more this year. But obviously, you can't match the homers. He deserves to be in over Romine, which is a big discussion. Romine is the Yankees' backup catcher. And he's been a better defender this year. And he's had a higher average. And he's been great in the backup for Thierry Sanchez. They're saying, well, maybe you should start him instead.